Welcome to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. Families affected by crime gathered for an emotional event, the Victims of Crime Conference. TV20 reporter Cornell Calhoun has more with this story.
Thanks, Dan. I'm at the Cleveland Public Library, 17133 Lakeshore Boulevard, for a timely event, Write the Vision, Dr. Yvonne Pointer's annual Victims of Crime Conference.
Well, this is our 6th annual Victims of Crime Conference, and what we have today is some phenomenal things going on. We did the filming of the documentary, More Than Just a Snippet, that's going to air later this year at GCUF. We have a play that's being written by our own Angelique Seals, A Tale of Two Mothers. It's a story about two mothers. One son was murdered, the other mother is the mother of the son that murdered the child. So they're having a dialogue. Then we're going to have a panel discussion with the prosecutor's office, safety director, and different things. And then we're going to launch the book, More Than Just a Snippet. And that book has 17 stories in it of families who've been victimized by violence.
The conference provides a platform for those who've lost loved ones to come together, share their stories, and find solace in the community.
4 years ago, my eldest son was murdered. He was set up by two young girls trying to get money for a phone bill. They were underage. They would conspire with older individuals, and they would rob people so they could get money. They shot my son 9 times in the doorway of his home as he was putting up a Christmas tree for his children 3 days before Christmas.
The most challenges that victims of violence face is how to survive without their loved ones and the atrocity of the crime that's been committed towards them. You have to find a new normal with life, and that's often difficult. That's why conferences such as this is helpful to help navigate you through those waters.
Grief can be isolating, but when individuals come together and realize they're not alone, it can be so incredibly empowering.
I think, first of all, it creates a community of people. I have gained sisters in this that I didn't want to in this way, but I'm grateful for. It established a community of encouragement and then a community of empowerment so that we can really speak up and do something about this.
The ultimate goal is so families can unite. We have 179 families registered so that they can unite and find strength. You know, it's unity and strength. And so maybe if we come together, they don't have to feel so isolated.
This was a wonderful event, sponsored by Dr. Yvonne Pointer, helping so many families who've suffered through violence. Cornell Hubert Calhoun III for TV20, We Are Cleveland.
Thanks, Cal. It's evident that the bonds forged at the Victims of Crime Conference will endure long after the event ended. For those families, coming together has been a powerful step towards healing and resilience in the face of tragedy. Cuyahoga Community College played host to an event aimed at addressing a crucial yet often overlooked issue, men's health, particularly among minority communities. TV20 reporter Errol Porter was on the scene to bring us these highlights.
Thanks, Dan. For over 20 years, Dr. Charles Mullin has been an advocate of providing adequate health care for minority men and men of all races. Today, we caught up with him at Tri-C for his annual Men's Health Fair.
Events like this actually help break down barriers. We know that many men don't have access to care. Many men don't have health insurance. Many men don't trust the health system. And so it's incumbent basically upon us as healthcare providers, as a health system, to break down those barriers, to provide access to care for these individuals, and also to provide education so they understand the importance of undergoing routine preventative health screenings, but to be here for the community.
The power of Dr. Modlin's vision that there should be no one in this community, particularly men, that go from screenings and health support is such a critical vision because we are perpetuating, promoting the future generations.
Attendees had the opportunity to undergo screenings for blood pressure, cholesterol, and diabetes, as well as receive valuable information on nutrition, mental health, and preventative care.
At this health fair, we have 650 Metro Health volunteers, caregivers giving of their time and talents and education to serve these men. Every year we do this health fair. Unfortunately, we do detect a number of conditions. If they're out there, we want to detect these conditions. I say unfortunately because they do exist in higher numbers, and especially in black men. All men are welcome at this event, but again, we want to specifically reach out, take a little bit of extra effort to make sure that the men of color are here, because again, they have the highest incidence of health disparities and lowest life expectancy out of any group in the country.
I'm a survivor of one of the toughest diseases that you ever had. You know, if I'd have been here and took a screening, I probably would have caught it early. But it's the most important thing, because you never know what's going on in your body. And when they got situations like this, we got to take advantage of it.
I think we recognize that men oftentimes do not take the time to address their physical or mental health, and that oftentimes when they do finally show up, it's more so in crisis, either mental health crisis or there's some major medical thing going on. And we want to tell them that their physical and mental health is important, and that we want to do preventative work and early intervention work, and that we are here to provide that space specifically geared towards their needs.
The Minority Men's Health Fair at Cuyahoga Community College serves as a reminder that when it comes to health care, no one should be left behind. All right, we had an awesome time today here at the Men's Health Fair. Thanks to Dr. Charles Mullen and Tri-C. They continue to provide adequate health care to men across our community.
With the federal government aiming to fill thousands of positions across the country, events like the Federal Employment Fair are more important than ever.
This is the Federal Public Service Career Fair here at Public Auditorium. It's a wonderful collaboration between the Federal Executive Board, the City of Cleveland, Team NEO, Jobs Ohio, Ohio Means Jobs, and the county. So it's just a wonderful community collaboration to make this all happen.
The fair offered a wide range of career paths available in the federal government.
We've got 17 federal agencies here, as you mentioned, from NASA to the FBI to the VA and Secret Service. So everybody has hiring needs. We don't have a huge marketing presence, so it's a great way to get everybody together and bring people from the community to really good jobs, which are mission-oriented and have great benefits.
From law enforcement to healthcare, from technology to public administration, there's something for everyone.
There's everything from jobs for high school graduates, early career people just out with a bachelor's degree. We've got people who are looking for master's degrees as well. And some of them are all in one agency. So there's 20,000 federal employees over in Northeast Ohio. So there's a constant turnover and need for new and fresh talent.
Attendees had the chance to learn about job requirements, benefits, and the application process directly from agency representatives.
You know, the federal government's probably one of the most inclusive employers that we have in the country. We don't have a lot of barriers to people becoming part of the federal workforce. So I would encourage anybody who's interested to look on USA Jobs, look for a job that interests them and is a fit. www.usajobs.gov is the place to go for all federal jobs. And you can just filter on jobs in Cleveland, jobs for different career paths, or jobs with different agencies. So that would be the first step in finding a career in the federal government.
It can be hard finding a job, and if you're previously incarcerated, it can be downright difficult. But an event at John F. Kennedy High School served to help those who needed it with a Fresh Start job fair put on by the Cuyahoga County Office of Reentry. Camille Hendricks of the Cuyahoga County Office of Reentry said attendees would find plenty of potential employers to meet with, along with a variety of resources to help them along the way.
So today we are helping those individuals that need that assistance coming out of local and state incarceration. So what we're doing today is we are providing the opportunity for individuals to get their records sealed and or expunged, as well as providing opportunities for second chance jobs, community resources and opportunities resources. We have housing providers, we have employers, we have mental health service providers. So many services here all in one place.
It's extremely important to have all of these resources under one roof. So somebody can come in and it's a one-stop shop. They can get a job here, they can practice their interview skills, they can even get an expungement done.
Retired judge and former administrative and presiding judge with the Cleveland Municipal Courts, Ronald B. Adrian, knows it can be difficult to become a productive member of society after being incarcerated.
It's bad enough that you get caught up in the criminal justice system, but after you've so-called paid your debt to society, society continues to demand more. And so the punishment continues even though the sentence is completed. And so what we're trying to do is to try to get individuals who have found themselves in that latter situation some resources that they can use to overcome the problems that they face because of the fact that they may have made a mistake when they were younger.
If you need help acclimating yourself back into society after being incarcerated, visit the Cuyahoga County Office of Reentry webpage by going to cuyahogacounty.gov, keyword reentry. The Cleveland Municipal Court held their annual high school mock trial competition, with area schools going at each other as prosecution and defense over a simulated case.
All rise.
Students were arguing the case in multiple courtrooms, but TV20 cameras were allowed in Judge Lauren C. Moore's courtroom to capture all the legal action.
The cameras are here because they try to get the strongest teams together, the biggest rivalry. So that's why that means you got to bring it, because it's going to be on TV. Since I coordinate the mock trial competition and have done so for the last 10, 12, 15 years, I don't even know, and used to write an original problem, they always bring the cameras in here and they put who they think are going to be the strongest teams in here so that they get that kind of exposure.
Every school argued or defended the same case. For preparation purposes, it was determined months in advance as to who would be the prosecution and who would be the defense.
Are you guilty of any of the charges?
No, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to Jay. I didn't push them. I didn't hit them. I didn't do anything to them.
If you don't know, you can't convict. There is more to this case than R.B. Williams being at the wrong place at the wrong time. It is the prosecution's job to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt, and they have failed to meet their burden.
Besides portraying lawyers for the prosecution and defense, others got into the fun by acting as witnesses for each side.
Can you go on to the second picture?
The second picture is J. Cole's ankle. As you can see here, you can see that there is lines marking as a fracture in the ankle.
And can you read your medical note, please?
My medical notes say, based on my experience and the medical information given to me, it is my professional opinion that the break of J. Cole's ankle is a stress fracture. It is not an acute fracture, but rather a fracture from repeated inward twisted ankles, as in this image, rather than a fall backwards.
At the end of the day, the students moved to the jury room where they had the awards ceremony where the judges announced the best prosecutor, defense, witness, and best overall team at this year's mock trial. Before those were handed out, one student, senior Chardon Black from the Cleveland School of Science and Medicine, had a very cool announcement to share.
Originally, my idea was go to the Cleveland School of Science and Medicine and become a surgeon. But over the course of the past 3 years and my participation in this program, I really discovered that I have a passion for the law field and, really using my voice to defend witnesses. I really, really, really like defense, and I think one day I may be like a public defender in criminal trials. I was accepted to Princeton University last December, and it was an amazing opportunity. I received the Questbridge Scholarship, and so I have a full ride to Princeton University, where I hope to engage in their School of Public and International Affairs, and then also do their mock trial team.
So which school won the best team at this year's mock trial?
For first place, Science and Medicine Team 2!
Congrats to all the teams who participated in this year's mock trial event, and good luck to Chardon Black as he continues his educational journey at Princeton. 6 people were recently inducted into the Cleveland International Hall of Fame, and TV20 was there to capture the whole ceremony. The founders of ClevelandPeople.com, Dan Hansen and his sister Debbie, started the event now in its 14th year.
Cleveland, Northeast Ohio is home to people of 120 different ethnic heritages. We have about 75 of those represented tonight, but even cooler is there's a group that were born somewhere else or came in from somewhere else and are here tonight.
Among the 6 inductees at this year's event were former Cleveland City Councilwoman Donna Brady, who was inducted by Ward 8 Councilman Michael Polensek. Donna was inducted because of her work in the Albanian community.
After the fall of communism in Albania 30 years ago, I had the pleasure of getting to know and working with the new Albanian immigrants and subsequently with the Kosovar Albanian refugees who were sent to Cleveland after the war.
Local filmmaker Johnny Wu was also inducted for his work in the Asian community.
13 years ago, Dan and Debbie started this organization, and every time he see me, he would say, "Oh man, Johnny, you got nominated, but you're too young to get in." So 13 years later, 14 years now actually, I finally sit in the big table. I really appreciate everyone for being here. It's very important to be who you are and promote diversity as a whole. And again, thank you.
Congratulations to all the inductees. You can find the full video of the 2024 Cleveland International Hall of Fame induction ceremony on our TV20 Cleveland YouTube page. For more information on the International Hall of Fame, visit their website at clevelandpeople.com. Finally, students who participated in the STEP program this year were celebrated at the end of the year ceremony recently held at the City Public Utilities Building. The Cleveland Student Technical Enrichment Program, or STEP for short, is a free and fun STEM education program for students in grades 6 through 9 designed to give them hands-on access to various STEM-related activities. This program, according to Public Utilities Director Marty Keene, means so much more to the kids who participate in it.
Cleveland STEP is a program through the Division of Water, Department of Public Utilities, along with the Regional Sewer District, that finds partners in the region to accommodate students for 6 months. Saturdays at 8:30, they do various activities in the STEM sphere, in the STEM world, and it garners interest. It bolsters their energy and their interest in science, technology, engineering, and math. And at this age, it's critical to give them the support that they need in order to maintain that interest.
The program takes place Saturday mornings at 8:30 during the school year. Now, you may think it's tough to get kids to participate early in the morning, but that is not so, says Director Keene.
When you see the award ceremony and how many had perfect attendance at 8:30 on a Saturday from September till here in April, it's remarkable. And they come with the right attitude, they're all participating, they're all engaged, and they're challenging our staff to be better at the programs that we deliver, at the various activities and places that we visit. To have 45 out of 50 students show up for the final session, it just blows my mind.
Letitia O'Neill participated in a program like this when she was in middle school and jumped at the chance to get her middle school son involved when she heard about Cleveland's STEP program.
From my perspective, it has been very eye-opening. He's gotten to learn about different engineering jobs, different scopes of STEM careers, and where that could possibly take him, after high school. He's kind of a shy kid. Just to see him engage with his peers, to see him get up in front of a crowd and speak and, be articulate, that has been my proudest moment.
Shweta Satish is an 8th grader from Strongsville Middle School and has always been interested in STEM and science, and says the Cleveland STEP program was the perfect fit for her.
I've been doing the program for 3 years now, and it's something I look forward to every year. My favorite experience is going to a class and knowing that I'm going to be learning something new and that I can interact with my peers, and it's just amazing what we all can learn in this program, because we go to new places and explore new fields of STEM, which is really cool.
And for more information on the Cleveland STEP program, visit clevelandwater.com and search for Cleveland STEP. Well, we are constantly uploading new content on our TV20 Cleveland YouTube page, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. You can also connect with TV20 Cleveland on your favorite social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and X. Coming up next, learn about what's going on with the Cleveland Metropolitan Schools with this week's CMSD 360. Thanks for watching TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. Be sure to stay tuned for more on TV20. We are Cleveland.
Hello, I'm Darielle Snipes with the CMSD News Bureau. Welcome to CMSD 360, a look at news happening around the district for the week of April 28th. John Hay Early College and Cleveland School of Science and Medicine high schools have been named among the top high schools in Ohio by U.S. News and World Reports. Early College secured the 29th position, while CSSM ranked at 36. Congratulations to both schools for this outstanding achievement. CMSD scholars and families, get ready to jam to the hottest thing happening this summer. Introducing your summer soundtrack. High school students, take advantage of the summer job opportunities. The deadline to apply is this Wednesday. The producers of this summer experience are CMSD, Youth Opportunities Unlimited of Cleveland, Starting Point, Cleveland Public Library, and the City of Cleveland. These organizations have collaborated to create a soundtrack that you will love all summer long. You can choose from 3 tracks: Get on Track, Grind, or Beast Mode. Each one features fun and engaging activities for students entering kindergarten through 12th grade. And that's not all. There is also summer camps, sports, arts, and more. This summer is going to be epic. Register today at clevelandmetroschools.org/summer soundtrack. The month of May begins on Wednesday with a new batch of annual appreciations. First is Asian American and Pacific Highlander Heritage Month. It is a time to honor the rich culture, tapestry, and significant contributions of Americans of Asian and Pacific Islander descent to the fabric of American society. Throughout American history, individuals of Asian and Pacific Islander heritage have made profound impacts in various fields, from arts and literature to science, politics, and beyond. From the early Chinese immigrants who contributed immensely to the construction of the Transcontinental Railroad to the Hawaiian activists who fought for indigenous rights, their stories are woven into the narrative of the nation. Principal Appreciation Day is on Wednesday. Principals wear many hats, serving as administrators, mentors, advocates, instructional leaders, and often the heart of the school community. They work tirelessly to ensure that students receive a quality education while also addressing the diverse needs of their school community. Then Friday is School Lunch Hero Day, a special day dedicated to honoring the hard work and dedication of the school nutrition professionals who ensure that our students have access to healthy and nutritious meals every day. These unsung heroes play a crucial role in promoting student health, well-being, and academic success. Turning to sports, the Desiree M. Powell Senate Boys Volleyball Championship is on Wednesday at East Professional Center beginning at 6 p.m. On Friday, Campus International K-8, Douglas MacArthur Girls Leadership Academy, Valley View Boys Leadership Academy, and Warner Girls Leadership Academy will dismiss early. Teachers will participate in a professional development in the afternoon. The school choice website is open for caregivers who need to pick a school for their scholars for the 2024-2025 academic year. You can enroll scholars going into preschool through 12th grade at choosecmsd.org. CMSD's full-day preschool is free and high quality. Your child will develop a strong foundation of early literacy, social and emotional health, and math skills while having fun. Scholars must turn 4 years old by September 30th in order to enroll. And remember, students in kindergarten through 12th grade have the opportunity to attend any school in the district, regardless of where they live. Again, to learn more about our unique schools and to register, go to choosecmsd.org. Ohio State testing will conclude on May 3rd. Please contact your child's school to know the exact days of testing. Also keep in mind that the night before the OST, scholars should get a good night's rest and have a hearty breakfast on the day of the test. The CMSD Transportation Department continues to hold a professional driver and driver trainee job fair every Tuesday and Thursday until June 6th. The fair is held at the Transportation Department's Ridge Road Depot at 3832 Ridge Road from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Job seekers will need to have a valid current Ohio driver's license, preferably a commercial driver's license with S&P endorsements. If you don't have a commercial driver's license, you can still go through the training as a driver trainee. For more information and to apply, go to clevelandmetroschools.org/hiring. Looking ahead, Teacher Appreciation Week begins on May 6th. There will be special tributes throughout the week. CMSD family, let's take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to all the incredible CMSD educators who inspire, guide, and empower our scholars every day. On Saturday, May 11th, the Rock Your World with STEAM Festival is scheduled to take place at the Great Lakes Science Center and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Our scholars will have a chance to showcase their talents. This is an event you don't want to miss. The Executive Grill is hosting an end-of-the-year barbecue on Thursday, May 16th. On the menu will be fan favorites of chicken, barbecued ribs, shrimp skewers, mac and cheese, and more. There'll be 3 seating times at 11, 11:45, and 12:30. Tickets are $25. To make a reservation, email the Executive Grill at clevelandmetroschools.org with the number of guests and preferred time slot. For this week's CMSD Shoutout, you have to check out this amazing video. It is a time-lapse recording of chicks hatching at Mary B. Martin Pre-K through 8 school. According to the Instagram post, they started with 60 eggs in 8 incubators, and 23 eggs have hatched so far. This is an incredible, engaging, and interactive lesson made possible by Rob Eisner from the Ohio State Extension 4-H program. Now, if your school, students, or staff are doing something amazing, we want to hear about it. Please tag CMSD on social media and use the hashtag CMSD Shoutout. We'll stay connected with what's going on in the district by downloading the CMSD app or following CMSD on Instagram, X, Facebook, and YouTube. Thanks for watching CMSD 360. Have a great and productive week.